I've travelled 6 hours north to Glasgow. Why? Because over my shoulder is Glasgow Angling Centre and it's their open weekend. In the centre, there are thousands and thousands of lures, and I'm amongst the savage lures. And what does that mean? Well, over here by the savage table is my good old mate, Anthony Glascoe. Great to see you, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate, yeah.
And behind us, if you can see, we've got To Lure the Killer on. That's where Anthony and myself spent 3 days camping on Esthwaite, 2 days on Pittsford to put a DVD together, fly versus jerkbait and all the swim baits. But you're not going to be talking about them today, so what are we talking about?
Well, I've brought a couple of, well, as you can see, I've brought everything by the kitchen sink. But I just want to sort of tell you about the sand eel that me and my old man have been doing really well with. You know, as you know, I'm sure you've seen the pictures that we've had some, you know, big cod, we've had some nice pollock, and we've had some good bass. But yeah, I mean, as you can see here, we've brought some of the new Prey top water range. I mean, as you know, bass fishing is getting really even more popular now than ever. Yeah. Top water fishing for bass is getting absolute mega, mate. I mean, it's not new. I mean, I've been doing it for 20 years. But the evolution of some of these lures that have, you know, that are coming out of these brands, mate, are just getting, just getting absolutely unbelievable. Here's another one that we've got out is the Prey 115. Me and the old man again. We've been taking bass up to £9 on these.
Everybody knows you really as a pike predator specialist.
Yep.
But I know, as you've just mentioned, you like going to North Wales, you like to catch bass and that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Okay.
If you had to pick one of them, let's say a double figure bass.
Yep.
Or let's say a high 20 pike.
Okay.
Which would you go for?
All day long I'd have to go for the bass. It's such an awesome creature and a very rare.
You heard it first here. Anthony Glascoe prefers bass fishing to pike fishing. Yeah?
A double figure bass is extremely rare in the UK. Ireland are cropping up all over the show, but I'd love to. It is the holy grail in the UK, and I would love to see more double figure bass being caught.
Right, never done it before.
Okay.
Want to go?
Yeah.
What would you say, right, you've got to have X, Y, and Z on your lure system, what you're going to put. If you want to put and go out there and catch a bass, what would you put on first of all?
First of all, I would definitely put the Prey 115 on.
Right, it's got a lip on the front, so does it dive down?
Yeah, you'll get, I think the max, depending on the crank and the tide and the current, you'll get about 3.5, 4 feet of water. So that'd be perfect for working over the shallow reefs.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, that'll be definitely.
That's the number one go-to.
That is my number one.
And in that size.
And in that size and in that colour.
Put on what then? Short rod.
Yeah.
On braid, or are you fishing with nylon or?
No, I'm using braid.
Right.
I always use braid for lure fishing, keeping in contact with the fish all the time.
Got ya.
When I'm bass fishing, I use maybe 25 pounds. I use a 25-pound adrenaline braid.
Yeah.
Then I would use a tapered fluorocarbon leader.
Got ya.
So I would fine-tune. I'll be fine-tuning that presentation from the braid to the fluorocarbon to a small clip without a swivel.
Right.
I don't use swivels because I have this theory that if you fine-tune your lures, you get the best movement out of your lure. So we use a 16-pound fluorocarbon leader to a small clip, and there you go, ready to go.
So there's your end product. There's your kit.
Yep.
If I'm going somewhere, I'm going on the coast, I'm not going to go out on a boat, what is a good bass mark? What do you look for?
Well, what I tend to do is if I'm fishing a new area, I'll study that area at low water. So I'll be like we do when we're freshwater fishing. We look for features, you know, nooks and crannies where the bass are going to be feeding. So you know, if you're fishing an estuary, for instance, you'd be looking for back eddies, sandbars, shingle banks, places where they're actually going to be hunting the prey down. So you've got to be kind of thinking like a bass to sort of, I don't know, to fish for them. So,
well, there you go. Top tips from predator and now bass expert Anthony Glascoe. Anthony, as usual, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much.